This month we'll be focusing on the Old Republic. This doesn't mean we'll do no Clone Wars videos, and if you have any great suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. However, prepare for videos about the Old Republic in all their glory. Make sure you join our Discord so you can talk to me in a more relaxed environment, and follow my Instagram and Twitter. Hope you enjoy this first installment of the Old Republic Explained. I think all of us have stumbled upon the revered Old Republic cinematics that sent shockwaves through the community. They are renowned as some of the best cinematics ever produced, and if you haven't had the pleasure of watching them, I implore you to do so after this video. To the casual Star Wars fan, these cinematics look amazing, yet leave us confused as to what has just taken place. In saying this, throughout this video we will be looking into the backstory of the two twin brothers that were shown in the cinematic titled Knights of the Fallen Empire. Arkan, the twin in white, and Thexan, the one in black, were born to one of the most manipulative and powerful beings in the galaxy, Valkorion and their mother Senya Tyrell, both of whom are featured in cinematics. Although these two are key characters, they deserve their own video and their own separate spotlight that I'll cover in the future. As soon as the twins were of age, they started training as warriors, resulting in them having an increasing amount of resentment and anger as well as a lack of empathy. As kids, however, they were able to retain certain mischievous characteristics and would constantly swap clothes to confuse servants, and in general try and annoy personnel as best they could. Their mother Senya was always receptive and gave the twins attention and love. Arkan and Thexan, however, wanted nothing to do with their mother and sought approval from their mysterious father, who had an apparent lack of interest and affection toward them. This never bothered Thexan, and he didn't seem to mind either way. The only real emotion he had was for his brother. Arkan, on the other hand, although he too loved his brother, was emotionally unstable, and the lack of affection from his father started to fester itself inside him in a very dangerous way. When the twins reached adulthood, they requested their father's permission to lead the Eternal Fleet and test the strength of the Republic and Sith alike. Valkorion approved, however his one condition was that Thexan was the only one allowed to go and that Arkan had to stay. Arkan at this point blatantly disobeyed and joined his brother anyway. During an attack on the Sith world of Korriban, Arkan lost an arm and received heavy scarring on his face. This led him down a dark path that would worsen as years went by. When Arkan and Thexan returned from their campaign, they presented their father with the fallen lightsabers of both Sith and Jedi Knights. Valkorion once again turned away in silence. Thexan couldn't care less, however Arkan, as a result of his instability, had let his hate fester for years. He finally fell to the dark side and in a rage attempted to kill their father. Thexan, in an attempt to prevent a fight between the two, force-pulled his brother back. Arkan then turned his attention toward Thexan and a short duel ensued. Thexan was killed. The moment his brother died marked the last glint of remorse Arkan felt for years, and soon after this, the darkness once again embraced Arkan as his father instructed his only son to come with him. Soon after this, a joint Imperial and Republic fleet was nearing the Eternal Empire territory, and Arkan tried to impress his father by alerting him to their presence. Valkorion, however, already knew this and sent his Eternal army to intercept the fleet. After destroying nearly the whole Imperial Republic fleet, two survivors were recovered and brought back to the Eternal Throne Room, Darth Maul and a man simply known as the Outlander. Arkan brought them to Valkorion and he instructed them to kneel. Darth Maul refused and was executed for his defiance. Just as Valkorion was preparing to talk with the Outlander, Arkan betrayed his father, striking him down and blaming it on the Outlander. Arkan suspected that his powerful father had possessed the Outlander and had him frozen in carbonite. He used his father's death as an excuse to attack the core worlds, and he did so. In the matter of a few months, he had forced the Galactic Republic and the Sith Empire into total submission. Both sides formed treaties with the Eternal Empire, which understandably was heavily one-sided, and Arkan continued to hold the dominion over the galaxy for the years to come. Years later, however, the Outlander escaped with a little bit of help and was able to elude Arkan, eventually creating the Alliance, which aimed to topple the tyrannical rule of Arkan. The Outlander, or now known as the commander to his troops, was the bane of Arkan's existence. Arkan knew it was his father who possessed the Outlander and wanted him dead. This newly formed alliance, in addition to mounting constant attacks against the Eternal Empire, also recruited Arkan's mother, Senya. Arkan and his loyal sister Vaylin were furious at this and wanted revenge. After months of attempting to track down the Outlander, Emperor Arkan eventually found him in the Alliance base on the planet known as Odyssean. Unbeknownst to Arkan, however, his search for his father was futile, as Valkorion had seemingly left the body of the Outlander. Arkan, still believing his father was inhabiting the man's body, demanded that he answer him, and after receiving no response, a battle ensued. On top of this battle, the flagship they were on was being attacked, making it an even more dangerous place than it already was. The Outlander and Arkan battled until finally Arkan was defeated and his cybernetic arm destroyed by falling debris. The wounded Arkan was found by his mother and later his sister. His mother Senya offered to take both of them with her. Vaylin refused and was about to strike her mother down until Arkan force pushed her away, saving his mother's life. Vaylin vengefully retreated back to the Eternal Empire homeworld of Zakul, and Senya took Arkan in his personal shuttle and escaped into hyperspace. Following the successful defense of Odyssean, Imperial and Republic fleets rallied together to help the Alliance in cementing the defense of Odyssean. The rule of Emperor Arkan was finally over, and thus Vaylin took his place as Empress, fighting the Alliance until the bitter end. Arkan was a ruthless frontline warrior along with his brother Thexan. His fatal flaw was believed to be the lack of control of his emotions, which proved to do him harm many times throughout his lifetime. Although he killed Thexan, it was one of the few actions he was deeply remorseful about. He believed that if Thexan was still alive, he too would side against their father. Arkan's mother Senya believed him to be redeemed after saving him from his near-death experience. Please note, there are many different variations and gameplay alternatives to the story in certain games like Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne. Thanks for watching.